As it France get the win in Paris, and deservedly so. They were better than Scotland and deserved the win. But it's the hope that kills you as an England fan. It's the hope that kills you. 16-13 to France at half time, and it could have been Scotland ahead if Kinghorn hadn't just rolled into touch. It's the right decision, but man, Scotland for 40 minutes gave English fans a lot of hope. It's painful. That is really painful. But congrats to France. They deserve to win the game and probably the tournament as well. They've been on fire for a lot of it. Let's get into the game itself. France get the early start, 3-0 win, and then it's about 13 minutes in, Jamie Ritchie gets yellow carded for collapsing the maul. So that's already put Scotland on the back foot, but they ride it well throughout the first half, really. Moefana does get a try soon after that, which is great for my fantasy team. But forget about the fantasy. 10-0 to France at that point. But then stupidly, after that, Malvaca gets sin-binned for sort of tackling Ben White on the floor because Thomas Ramos pushed Ben White onto him. Well done. But it was the right decision, I think. I think a yellow card is the right punishment. It's not a red for me. It's not dangerous or anything. And neither is it, it has to be punished. So I think a yellow card is correct. Then it's 10-3. Just get my notes here because it was quite a busy game. But then Thomas Ramos kicks a penalty himself straight after, so it's 13-3. But then Darcy Graham scores a try to make it 13-8 and Russell converts 13-10. And you're thinking here as an England fan, it's close still, it's close. And, France are down a man, and they're down another man in a minute because John Baptiste Gross, who's fantastic. I love him. I absolutely love him. But he got yellow carded as a sort of accumulation penalties. So they're down to 14 for another 10 minutes, and it's 13 all after Finn Russell kicks a penalty. And at half time, as I said, 16-13 to France. Kinghorn made a massive line break just on the sort of 40-minute mark when the clock's in the red. Tom Jordan went over in the end, but it was ruled out correctly so. And Scotland are right in the game at this point. And you can see how the Scottish players celebrated that try. They wanted to win this game, and I always knew they would. Anyone who understands rugby knows they want to win that game. The fans might want France to win, but the actual players are only playing for themselves, and rightly so. But second half, Scotland are attacking. Finn Russell tries to throw a ball, and Untermack sort of claws it and gathers it, and he's gone. He's absolutely gone. Darcy Graham's closing him down, but BLBRA is on his shoulder. He gives the ball to BLBRA and he scores under the post. And you feel like that's the dagger. That could be the dagger. It was, at least momentum-wise, it was a killer blow for the Scottish. And soon after that, I think France get another. Well, Scotland kick a penalty first. Finn Russell kicks a penalty, but then Thomas Ramos scores a try, and that makes it 30 points to 16. And at that point, you're really thinking, they're 14 points down now, Scotland. It's looking really unlikely. And then another hammer blow as Moefana goes and gets his second try of the evening. And at that point, it is done. 35-16, 15, 18 minutes, whatever to go. But it's done. Scotland do put the French under a lot of pressure for the next 10 minutes. But the French defended so well. They really did. Scotland did try a lot of different things. They tried, the big ball carriers, chucking it out, using their quick, dynamic players. I thought Kinghorn was again fantastic this game. Darcy Graham played really well. Kinghorn was Van der Merwe was good. Tom Jordan was good. Finn Russell, he was okay. He'll get overhated as usual, but he did throw a few odd passes. Ben White had a really good game. Hugh Jones a bit quieter, but the other players were playing really well. But they can't get a try, and that's how it finishes. 35-16 the game finishes. Untermack has the ball at the 80th minute. They don't need to play for anything else. They got the forward try, bonus point win, kick the ball out, and they are Six Nations champions. And rightly so. They've been very good all tournament. Who could deny them this achievement? Moefana gets man of the match. He was excellent all game. Playing next to Fickou, not played next to Fickou for a while. Fickou's not been playing for France for, what is it, a year now? It must be a year since he played for France. Fantastic player. He was injured earlier on this tournament. So it's nice to see him back. Just trying to think if there's any notable players who might have been retiring in this game. I don't think so. I'd say the standouts in this game were probably Kinghorn, Moefana. Jamie Ritchie played quite well again. Both the Fergusons. That's about it really. I don't think there's any French players in the forwards who really stood out. Lucu played well again, filling in that Dupont role. It's crazy how Luku, Siron, Lagarak are hardly going to get any game time. Well, they will now. They will for the next 6 months or so. But overall, they haven't got loads of game time, which is mad to think about. But there we go. That is the game finished. That is the Six Nations finished, sadly. But don't worry, because we have plenty more rugby to come up. Premiership. I will definitely be covering the Premiership as an England fan. I will try and do URC and top 14 maybe. I will definitely be doing Women's Six Nations. I will be doing anything else I can do. Big news articles that come out in rugby. So do drop a subscribe if you want to see more of what I have to say about some of these subjects. And if you want to sort of ask comments and have conversations, please do subscribe. We'll be covering it all on this channel. And if you got this far, please do like the video. I really appreciate it. It does help the channel a lot. But thank you for watching, as I said, if you got this far. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much, guys.